Hello again, YouTube. Today I'm going to be taking a look at this. A great big bag of vintage Star Wars job lots. There's about 2 job lots in here. We're going to have a look at those in a minute. But before I do that, I'm going to do a bit of a shout out to Luke Cummins. And what was it? You wanted to request that the Cybermen figures in last week's video. You wanted to see them all lined up, so I'm going to do that for you right now and then move on. Okay, here we go. You wanted to see them all lined up. There they are. We've got the William Hartnell Cyberman, the Patrick Troughton Cybermen, the Tom Baker Cybermen, the 1980s ones, various Doctors, and there are the rest. Right, moving on. We're going to be taking a look in this big bag and see what's in it together. Pardon the camera work. Let's set these down. Let's tip them all out and have a look at them together. See what we got. There's about 20 quid's worth of Star Wars figures here on various job lots. A lot of ones are the same though, but we're going to go through them all now and see who we've got. Well, first of all, we've got a rather nice, apart from there's a bit of damage there on the face, rather nice Snowtrooper. There's a lot of troopers and things in this job lot, and I'm going to restore those with you in later videos and show you how I go about doing that, because I buy these vintage Star Wars figures up quite cheaply in bulk, and I do them up and either add them to my collection or I'll recard them and sell them on. So that's the first one, a Snowtrooper, which is very nice. Pop him there. Up next we've got, this is an Endor should I say, Rebel Commando. I always loved this figure as a kid, with his backpack on and his hat. Lovely. It's in nice condition as well, that one. We've got a Chief Chirper, very common figure. Still with a rubber thing. That's actually not in bad condition, that. Just needs the little staff. I'll have to try and find one of them. Pop in there. We've got another Chief Chirper. This one not in so good a condition as the last. He's got a bit of paint wear, a little bit of discoloration, and obviously he's got no bits and bobs left with him, but I can soon get them because this is quite a common figure. So it's another Chief Chirper. We've got Darth Vader. Another old favourite of mine as a kid. He's missing his lightsaber and his cape, but again. Another Darth Vader. This one's got the cape, but no weapon. Still, as I say, these are all very play-worn job lots that I buy up. Who else have we got? We've got Princess Leia in, I forget what that outfit's called, but yeah, we got her. We've got a Biker Scout. He's nice. Couple of little paint rubs, so he's very discoloured on the back, I see. We'll be able to fix that though. I'll show you that in a later video. And we've got a rather nice Lando Calrissian with original cape. Who else have we got? We've got what's the name of this one now? It's missing the cape and the weapon. What the hell's this guy's name? forgotten. It's LOM4, I think. I'm not sure on that. You can correct me in the comments box at the bottom. We got an attack commander, very pale faced one as well. We're going to see a couple of variations in these job lots as well. I don't think I got another one of him, but that's the attack commander. We've got Mr. Spock from Star Trek. What the hell's he doing in there? I don't know, but I'm here, and I'm going to stay, damn it. We'll put him in. We've got another Chief Chirper. That's the third one now. You get a lot of repetitions of the same figure and that when you're buying up job lots. It's to be expected. We have another slightly yellowish Hoth Snow Trooper. Pop him there. I'm not really these white ones. I'm not really worried if they're a bit yellowy or the paint's a bit chipped, because they're an easy fix, and I'm going to restore those ones with you in a later video. We've got another Biker Scout. He's a bit scratched there, but he's better than the back on the last one. The last one's all yellowy and scuzzy. We've got another Biker Scout. This time he's nice. We've got Yi Rees from Jabba's Palace. Bit of paper. Oh dear. Now this one's got a condition that you often find on these vintage figures, which is an easy fix. It's called frosting. It looks like dust at first, but it isn't. It's like a fungus, like a spore that starts to grow on these figures if they've been in an attic. But we can get rid of that, and I'll show you how in another video. This is just a look at the job lot, really. So we've got Rees with some frosting that needs sorting. We've got another Rebel Commando from Endor. We've got a Gamorrean Guard, and paint's still quite nice as well on that. Never have too many of them for army building purposes. We've got, oh, what's his name from Jabba's Palace? I've forgotten his name. Not Bosk. Let me think. I've completely forgotten this guy's name. He's from Jabba's Palace anyway in Return of the Jedi. And he's missing, he's like furry skirts type thing. We've got another one of him. Bit of a paint rub on the nose there, but don't worry about that. Rather handy with some paints. We've got Skiff Guard. Again, I can't remember his name. It's not Weequay. It's something else. Skiff Guard. We've got a Weequay here. He was a very common figure back in the day. Everybody had him. Weequay. Used to love his dreadlocky ponytail at the side. Them pair, whatever they are, whatever he is, should I say, it's obviously of the same race of aliens, because they've got faces like prunes. It's good. We've got two of them. We've got another Darth Vader. It's the third one in the haul now. Another Rebel Commander. This one's face is a bit different to the other one. See, some of these guys, just to point out, some of these guys have painted faces, and other ones are actually cast. You know? I'll show you that a bit better later on. Pop them there for now. We've got another one of him. from Jabba's palace. Bit of paint wear on him, but it's to be expected with the age of these. We've got General Nadine or Medine. Again, he's got a bit of that frost in there. Don't know if the camera can pick that up very well. Looks like dust, but it doesn't come off. It's like a spore. I can get rid of that though. So pop him there. Another biker scout. This one not in so good condition. Very yellowed and paint's all scuffy. We've got a Death Squad commander. He's in excellent condition. Look, this usually rubs off this, but he's fine. We got, oh no, it's a trap! Admiral Akbar, whose eyes have worn off, and most of the paint's come away. As I say, these figures, they are very cheap. The ones that I pick up. Another scout, another commando, rebel, should I say. And last but not least, another snowtrooper. So overall, when you look at the let me stand up. When you look at the amount of figures that I get there, that's a lot of figures for 20 quid, isn't it? I mean, obviously we know that Spock is not a Star Wars figure, but he's still a nice addition to have anyway. And we've got all of these figures for 20 quid. I'm really pleased with that. I'm going to go through a couple of variants in this job lot as well. Okay, with the... Is he the one? No, he's the one. We've got a good comparison. Excuse the camera work, I'm just trying to balance this on my knee. Woo. There we are. See, some of them... Well, this one at least anyway, all of the helmets painted. And the actual face is pink plastic. And the other kind of variation I've got of this figure is this one's face is painted and it's obviously green plastic, they've cast it in. They have different makers' marks and the paint variations are slightly different. You see the backpack on the left is slightly darker than the one on the right. So let's go through all this massive haul and see what we're going to do. We've got 4 Rebel Commanders, great for army building. I don't need to do a lot with them either, they're in great condition. We've got 4 Biker Scouts. We've got 3 Hoth Snowtroopers. What else are we going to do restoration on? We've got 3 Chief Chirpers. All the rest, I might bother with these. I might bother doing these Darth Vaders up, fresh capes, and if I can find lightsabers for them, because Darth Vader's always a big seller on eBay and things. You can probably get about 26 quid for him. So when you weigh it up, right, I've paid on auction 20 quid, more or less, for all of these vintage Star Wars figures. And what I'm going to do on my next video is I'm going to take these white ones, these white plastic ones, which are rather yellowy in some cases, especially that one there, that's really bad. And what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to clean them up, and I'm going to show you how you do that. I'm also going to be showing you how to restore... Oh, I just noticed. Yeah, this is a decent Chief Chirper. He just needs the staff to complete. These are two knackered ones. They're showing the age. They need a repaint. And also, you find this quite often on vintage toys, especially from when I was a kid. The kids used to use marker pen to put either the initials or make a little mark to distinguish their figure from everybody else's, so they didn't get them mixed up, because they wanted to know exactly which one was theirs, because obviously they're all the same. And I'm going to get rid of those marks if I can. I'm going to give them a repaint, and they're going to look nice. And what I'm going to do with these white figures is I'm going to soak them in hydrogen peroxide. I'm going to do that on camera for you, and show you how to bleach them out so that they're all beautiful and minty white and not yellowish as many of them are. And I'm going to make some reproduction. They had like a skirt cape thing that attached to these here. I'm going to do them and get the correct weapons for them, and I need 4 correct weapons for the Biker Scouts too. Some of these, especially this one, he's going to need a repaint and also a de-yellowing, because his arms are quite yellow, whereas his body's quite nice. So there we have it, folks. All of these Star Wars figures for 20 quid on eBay. I think I've done really well, and we're going to get some good videos out of restoring some of these as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!